Right. So we got a mean from a frequency table. So we don't really have midpoints, so we will say these are your midpoints, x, and this is your f. So you will multiply it to give you an fx. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 17 is 34, 3 times 23 is 69, 4 times x is 4x, 5 times 18 is 90. You need a total here, you need a total here. What's the total here? So that's 4 plus 17 plus 23 plus 18, and so that gives me 62 plus x. And then what do we have here? 4 plus 34 plus 69 plus 90, that gives you 197 plus 4x. Now what you're supposed to do is always that number divided by that number, isn't it? Always. So that's 197 plus 4x divided by the 62 plus x should give you the mean. The mean is 3.575. What we can do, cross multiply it here. 197 plus 4x is equal to 62 times 3.575, which is 221.65 plus 3.575 x. Take it away. 221.65, take away that 197, that gives you 24.65 on this side, and then 4x, take away that, so 4 take away the 3.575, that gives you 0.425 x, divide it, 24.65 divided by 0.425, that gives you exactly x is 58. Okay, x gives you, how much is that? X is 58 then, for the first one. Okay, if it was a if the answer is not a whole number, then I know it's incorrect. If it's whole number, then most likely it's fine. Next one, pressure formula. You should know the formulas. Pressure is force over area. So what do we have? They want the pressure equals force. Pressure is due to, pressure is 75, so that's 75 equals work out the force over area. You can work it out. Volume equal to what's that? Area times length or height, whichever you want to call it. Volume is 18 equals area, you don't know, times it by the height is 3, so area must be 6. Put 6 here, multiply it here. F is 6 times 75, which is 450. Next one, pressure is force over area. Pressure equals to force divided by area. You know that the pressure is 3, force is 1500 over area, you don't know, you can switch around here. So area is 1500 divided by that 3, which is just 500. So the area of this base, remember, it's always your base area, always the base area. Area of this rectangle is 20 times x is 500. So what x is? 500 divided by that 20, which is 25 centimeters. Okay. Next one, equation in the form of y equals mx plus c. You can see in here, let's make a proper right angle triangle. That 3 2 box 3 over 2. You can't simplify 3 over 2 is just 3 over 2 anyways. We can't simplify it, so I'm going to write like that. Y equals 3 over 2x plus, where does it intersect the y-axis? Y-axis goes through the what number? Minus 1. So y equals to 3 over 2x minus 1. I'm writing it in terms of fractions. Okay. Next one, we'll make a proper right angle triangle. We can do here to here. This is 2 box and 1, but actually, you know what? 2 over 1. You actually know it as 2. Don't write 2 over 1. It looks weird. So y equals to 2x, and where does it cross the y-axis? What number is it? 4. What 4 plus 4? But remember, because the line goes that way, because the line literally points that way, it's minus 2x plus 4. Make sense? Okay, make sure always. Next one, make v the subject. Yep, we can do w over 1, cross multiply it, v times it here, which is wv or vw, doesn't really matter. 1 times whatever is the same thing, so 15 times here and here, which is 15t minus 30v. Because you want to make the v the subject, wv plus 30v, because it's negative there, it's positive here, 15t. Take the v common, w plus 30 equals to what is it, 15t, just divided by that, w plus 30, and we are done. Okay, making e the subject. So remember, you got a square root over here, so this square root goes to here and it becomes a squared. So t squared t squared equals to what is it, 3e plus 7 over e minus 3, t squared over 1, you can cross multiply it here. What is that, t squared e minus 1 times t squared is t squared, equals to cross multiply here, 3e plus 7. You want to make e the subject, t squared e minus 3e equal to 7 can stay there. The minus t squared, this minus t squared will go plus, isn't it, on the other side. You will get plus t squared. Take the e common. What do we have? T squared minus 3 equals to what do we have? 7 plus t squared divided by that, t squared minus 3, and that's your answer. E equals to 7. So your answer is literally e equals to 7 plus t squared over t squared minus 3. Simple. Okay. Okay, next one. Solve the simultaneous equations, right? Okay, that's easy. So what do we have here? We can make the x values the same. So multiply here by 2, multiply here by 3. That will give you what's that? 6x plus 10y equals 8, and then 6x minus 3y equals 21. And remember, you're always taking away, take away, take away, take away. 6x take away, 6x cancels. 10y, because there are take away, that automatically becomes a plus. 10y plus 3y is 13y equals to 8 take away 21 is minus 13. Y is minus 13 divided by 13 is just minus 1. Then you want to pick an equation, always pick the first one. 3x plus 5y is what, minus 1 equals 4. 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. 3x is minus 5, you would add a 5 on there. 4 at 5, which is 9. X is 3. There you go. So those are your two answers. Okay, simple. Next one. Another simultaneous equations again. Times here by 4, times here by 5. 20x plus 8y equals 44. 20x plus 15y equals 30. Then you always take away. Now 20x take away 20x, that cancels, and that is going to give you what? See, what's that? Minus 7y equals to 44 minus 30 is 14. Y is 14 divided by minus 7 is minus 2. Pick the first one. 5x plus 2 bracket y is minus 2 equals 11. That gives you minus 4. 5x is equals to minus 4 will go to the other side, would be at 4, so that's 11 at 4 is 15. X is just 15 divided by 5, just 3. So those are your answers. Okay, easy. Right, the next one. Quadratic sequences. We'll see what number is that. 6, 10. What number is that? 16. No, 16. Sorry, 14. Here and here, here and here. 4 and 4. That's fine. So you're focusing on that. These are the numbers you're focusing on. First, you start with 2a, which is the number 4. A is divided by 2, so that's 2. Next one, 3a plus b. Remember, 3a plus b equals what number is that? 6. 3a is 2 plus b equals 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Take away the 6. That will give you 0. Last one is a plus b plus c is equal to 5 A is 2, B is 0, plus C equals 5. That's 2, take away 2 on the other side, 5 take away 2 is 3. So your equation is an squared, which is 2n squared, plus bn, that's 0n, so we don't really care, plus c, which is plus 3. 2n squared plus 3. Okay. Okay, let's try again. So how much is that? 3, that's 7, that's 11, that's 4, that's 4. These are the one that you got to focus on. So we'll start with the 2a is what number? 4. A is 4 divided by 2 is 2. Next one, 3a plus b equals 3. 3a is 3 times 2 plus b equals to 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Take away the 6. 3 take away 6 on there, which is minus 3. Last one is a plus b plus c is equal to the number on that one, which is minus 1. A is 2, b is minus 3. Sorry, a minus 3 plus c equals to minus 1. Now, if you look at it, what do we have? 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So technically you would add 1. So c is minus 1 add 1 is 0. What is the generalized equation? Is an squared, so that's 2n squared, plus bn, so minus 3n, plus c. C is 0, so we don't really put 0. Never ever put 0, so no point. There you go. 2n squared minus 3n. Next one. You want to show that this can be written as a fraction like that. Okay, so let x is what? 0.0. 723, so that the middle is also recurring. 723, 723, 723. You times it by 10. That gives you 10x equals to 0.723, 723, 723. And you times it by 3 digits are recurring, times it by 1000. 10x times 1000, which is 10,000x, equal to, move with 3 decimal places, 723.723, 723. Take it away. 10,000 take away 10x is 9,990x. Is equal 0.723, 0.723 cancels. 723 take away 0 is 723. X is 723 divided by 9990. Now you got to simplify it. Can we divide top and bottom by 3? What is it? Yeah, why not? If you divide by 3 on the top, that's 2, 1 remainder, 4, 1 over 3, 3, 3, 0. Is it? That's it. It's short. Okay. We have shown it like that. Okay, so good. This one, I'll do it on the top here. 0.0123. So we will say let x is 0.123, 1, 2, 3, and because the 2 and 3 has recurring on it, so 2 and 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, however you want to do it. How many digits are not recurring? Just one, so times it by 10. That's 10x is maybe 1 places, 1.23, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. How many digits are recurring? 2 digits are recurring, so times it by 100. 10x times 100, which is 1000x, equals to 123.23, 23, 23. Take it away. 1000x take away 10x is 990x, equals to 0.23, take away 0.23, that cancels. 123. So if you look at it, 123, take away this 1, isn't it? Which will give you 122. X is 122 over 990. Is it a show question? Yeah, cool. Divide everything by 3. Can you divide everything by 3? Not really. So divided by 2 is easy, isn't it? Because even number, right? 61 over 495. There you go. It's short. Shown it out. Okay. Good. Next one. So we go a quadratic graph here. So what do we have? Make sure to put it on a bracket, minus 2 squared plus minus 2 minus 4, which gives you minus 2. If you put 0, it's minus 4. If you put 1, minus 2, give it 2. It should repeat itself anyways. Let's see. Yeah, sure. 2. So minus 3 comma 2 minus 3 comma 2, which is here. Minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 comma minus 2 minus 1 minus 4 0 minus 4 1 minus 2 2 2. And always do a small sketch properly. No straight lines, remember, it's a curve. A proper curve, always a curve. Now my question is, should I just go flat like that? No. Look, you should always kind of go, where's the middle? So 1 2 3 4 5 in the middle. So roughly, I'm just gonna, that's not really a point, but I'm just gonna point it here anyways, and then is that actually in the middle? No, that's actually no, that's not in the middle. Middle's here. Roughly. There you go. So it needs to be a nice smooth curve. You don't have to curve there. You can curve like this if you want, or you can curve it down a little bit further. It's fine. Okay, but it can't be that. That's wrong. Now the question is asking you work out the estimate for the solutions is equal to 1. So you go to y-axis. Where is 1? 1 is here. I think 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 1 is here. Draw a line there. Come on. Then make sure you get a ruler properly. Okay, it's not really drawing it for me. Okay, there you go. Then we can see where it is. What's that number is? 1.1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1.8. 1.8 and excess. What's the other excess? That's minus 2.8. So you'll be okay with 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, minus 2.7, minus 2.8, minus 2.9. Any of those satisfy. Okay. If they ask you for turning point, it's technically here. You have to say it's exactly in the middle between minus 1 and 0. So technically you have to say minus 0.5. There's no way out on it, because remember, it's in the middle exactly. So that has to be exact. Yeah, otherwise, the y value you could say, I'm going to say minus 4 point, that's 4. You could also say minus 4.3, minus 4.5, minus 4.2, minus 4.6, any of those. But remember, this, the x value has to be exactly minus 0.5. No way on that. Okay, you have to put it exactly that. Okay, just if they ask you for turning point. Anyway, next one. Find the lowest common multiple of this LCM. First, let's do the highest common factor because they asked here. Okay. Oh, actually, lowest common multiple. I can do it in my head, to be honest. So I'm just going to go my lowest common multiple. So 30 times table. Is it in 24 times table? So 30 is not in 24 times table. 60 is it in, not in 24 times table. 90 is not. 120 is it in 24 times table? Of course it is. So 120 is the answer. Okay. Just do it in your head. Write on the highest common factor for this one. So when you want to do the highest common factor, always common number is lowest power. Common number 2 and 2 is common. Yeah. 2 to the power lowest power is 2. Anyways, 2 3 is common. 3 to the power lowest power is 2. 5 not common. 7 is not common. 17 is not common. So it's fine. 2 times 3 squared is 3 squared is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. There you go. 18. Okay. Next one. Expanding triple bracket should be an easy one. Always should be able to expand here and here. So the first bracket expansion should be an easy one. Always. That's x squared minus 3x because here you go, plus 2x minus 6. So x squared, that's minus 3x plus 2x is minus x minus 6 times it by x plus 4 times it by x squared. That gives you x cubed plus 4x squared times it by minus x squared minus 4x times it by minus 6 minus 6x minus 24. That will give you x cubed plus 3x squared minus 10x minus 24 is the answer. Okay. Next one. A reciprocal of a number, you just do, remember, don't put equal to, so it looks weird. The reciprocal is you switch the fraction over, basically this over, okay, which is 9 over 2 then basically. You could write 4.5 if you want, which is technically 9 over 2. Okay, x is an integer. Integer means whole number such that is greater. Find the least possible value of that. X is greater than 38 divided by 5, which is technically, what number is that? 7.6, I think. X is bigger than 7.6, so what's the lowest value? So 7.6, what's the next number? Is 8. X is 8. That's the answer. X equal to 8. Because x is greater than 7.6. So it must be 8 then. The smallest value. Next one. Always take away the smallest p. So you got 3p and 5p. Take away the smallest p, 3p. So that's minus 7 equal to 5p. Take away 3p is 2p plus 10. Take away the 10. So that's 2p. So plus 10 become minus 10 then. Minus 17. P is equal to minus 17 over 2. Which is technically what? Minus 8.5. Yeah. Next one. Unknown shops on Monday to mean number of, okay, so this is combined mean. Monday to Friday it was for the whole week the mean number was 93. On Saturday was on a Sunday. Okay, cool. So we got how many days in total? We got look at the days here. Is it let's try that space actually. Right. Okay. For the first Monday to Friday, which is Monday to Friday is how many days actually? 5 days. Times by the mean 72 should be equal to what's that? 360. Then the Saturday we could do it. Saturday is technically 152, so the mean is also 152 anyways, equals to 152. Sunday is also 1 day, times it by the mean. Do we know the mean of that? No, really. Sunday you don't know the mean of that. No idea. But the total number of days is 511. That's 7 days. Times it by, the total mean is for the whole week. The mean is 93 then. 93. So you should give you 7 times 93. You should know that 7 times 93, which is 651. If that number is 651, just take it away. So what do you do? 651 take away what is it? 360 take away 152, which is 139. 1 times what number is 139? 139 then basically. On Sunday is 139. Orders were placed. Okay. Next one. Multiply it out. So here and here, 3x squared plus 6x minus x minus 2. So that will give you 3x squared plus 6x minus x, which is plus 5x minus 2, times it by what do we have? 3x plus 1 times it by that 3x squared. If you multiply it, what do we get? 9x cubed plus 3x squared times it by 5x plus 5x anyways plus 15x squared plus 5x times by minus 2 minus 6x minus 2. So what do we have? 9x cubed, that's plus 18x squared, and that's minus x minus 2. There you go. That's the answer. Okay. Next one. So what do we have? So we got your box plot. You should know how a box plot should look. The minimum is 12. Remember, in here each box is going up in. So each 2 boxes is 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order, right? 12. The minimum is 12. So then 11, 12. That's 12. There you go. Median. 1, 2. Okay. Median is 18. Okay, whatever. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18. That's your median. There you go. That's done. That's done. Upper quartile is 23. 21, 2, 3. Maximum is 29. Okay, 29. 30. So 29 must be here then. So what am I missing? I'm missing my lower quartile. So how to do lower quartile? Should I add it to the upper quartile or take away? Take away, isn't it? 23, take away the 8, which is 15 is your lower quartile. There you go. Always remember the order that this is a simple, easiest question ever. You should always know this is your minimum, this is your lower quartile, this is your median, this is your upper quartile, and that's your maximum. Okay, easiest. 2 marks anyways, it's not that bad. Next one. Okay. Plot a box plot. So the lowest is 52, 51, 52 I think here. The maximum is 75, that's easy. Okay, let's do the lower quartile. LQ, lower quartile is a quarter of how many numbers? 15 students. So you can't do 15, so you do 15 add 1, which is 16. A quarter of 16 is fourth value. So fourth, 1, 2, 3, fourth value, 55. That's your lower quartile. You can do your upper quartile. Upper quartile is not 1 quarter, it's 3 quarter then, isn't it? Of same thing, you can't do 15. You have to do one like one higher because it needs to be a even number. So 16. That will give you 16 divided by 4 is 4 times by 3 is 12th value. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Sorry, that's 4th. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 64. That's the upper quartile. Upper quartile is 64. 65 is here, so 64 must be here. I'm missing one guy, which is your median. Median is easy, a half of total, not 15 anymore, 16. 8th value, 8, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 60. There you go. There you go. It should more or less look like that. The next one. Compare the distribution of the girls' times and the boys' time. This is the girls' time, and the boys' time actually is here. The question was a bit weird. So this is the boys' time, and this is the girls' time. Okay, it wasn't. Okay, so you compare those two. So if you look at it, who took more time, boys or girls? Yes, boys. In average, boys took more time to complete. More time to complete the puzzle because what? They have a higher median. Because they had a higher median. Who took higher median? Because look at the median here. What's the median? Is 14 versus median here is 18. So they took more, right? Anyways, looking at it, this is also 18. Anyways, right. Who took the interquartile range? Always more consistent. So 8 here. What is the interquartile range here? That's 15, 16. That's 17. That's 11. 17 take away 11. Upper quartile take away lower quartile is 6. So it's this one. So girls took a more consistent time or time to complete the puzzle, and because they have a smaller interquartile range. IQ. Okay. 2 sentences, 2 marks always, right? Next one, direct and inverse proportion. You should know. M is directly proportional. You start with the letter M. Cool. Directly proportional means what? K times to P cubed. P cubed. M is 128 equals K times P is 8 cubed. What's 8 cubed? Is 64. Is it 512? Is it? Yeah. 8 cubed is 512. Divide it 128 over 512. I can simplify it. What's that? 1 over 4. K is 1 over 4 basically. Rewrite this equation because they want the formula. M equals to K is 1 over 4 times P cubed. There you go. Times. You don't need to put the times there. Work out the value of M when P is 5. M is equal to, equation is done. 1 over 4. P is 5 cubed. M is a quarter times 5 cubed is 125. You multiply the top numbers. M is 125 over 4. That's fine. You can do the decimals if you want. Whatever. Okay. Next one. Cumulative frequency. Okay. So if that's 55, add a 55 to 60. What do we get? 115. Then here, what's that? 155, I think. At 22 is 177, is it? 177. 190 if you add it to that, then 200. Are we sure? There you go. 200 seems fine. 55, 115, 155, 177, 190, and 200. Draw a cumulative frequency graph. So you must always make sure you do it here. 10 and 55. 10 and then 55. It goes up in 5, so 10 and 55. 20 and 115. 20, 115, which is here. After 155. 155, which is there. Then it's 177. 175, 77 is roughly here. 190. 190 is here. 200 is here. So you start here and then you just sketch your way around so it doesn't go through the point. It needs to go through the point properly. Make sure. Do not sit there. Do this. Do not even do that. Okay, don't even think about it. And also do not join. Okay, right? You're not in an art lesson. Okay, find the estimate for the number of median. Okay, the keywords in here. More than means you got to take away. More than means you got to take away from the total. So 26 years. So go to the age 26. So 25, 26 is here. That's 26 years. You will read what 26 years is roughly. That's 155. So 150, 145, 140 roughly. So I'm getting 140, but that's not the answer. What's the total? The total is 200. 200 take away the 140, which is 60. That's the answer. You may get any answer between 55 to 65. It's good. If you got 55 to 65, you're okay. Use a graph to find the median. Median is half of the total. Remember 200, I think, isn't it? Which is a 100th value. Read the 100th value. Where is 100? Yeah. Uh, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm getting 17.5 roughly. Okay. I'm getting 17.5. You may get anything between 16 to 19. Anything between 16 and 19, you're good. Okay. Next one. Okay. Direct and inverse proportion. V is inversely. V inversely means K over. Inversely proportional K over square of T. Square. Okay. Not. Yeah. So T squared. Make sure. V inversely means K over square of T. There you go. T squared. T is square of T. V is 28. 28 equals to K over 2.5 squared. 2.5 squared. Just multiply it here. K is. You should know what. Just type in 2.5 squared times it by 28, which gives you 175. 175 is K. Then you want the equation. V equals to what is it? K is 175 over T squared, and that is what you got to write. Then find the value of V when T is done. V equals to 175 over T squared, right? T is 6.25 squared. which gives you 4.48, or whatever that fraction is. 112 over 25. That's also fine. Okay, good. Next one. Y is directly proportional to square root of t. So y is directly proportional means k times square root of t. Square root of t. Y is 15. 15 equals k times square root of t is 9. 9. Square root of 9 is 3. K is, you divide it, 15 divided by 3 is 5. You can write the equation y equals to k is 5 square root of t, and that's the equation. Next one. T equals inversely proportional k over, remember this k and the before k is not the same thing. This k and this k is not the same thing, it's different case. Okay, k over because it's inversely proportional, k over cube of x cubed. T is 8 equals to x is 2, so k over 2 cubed is 8. Multiply it, k is 8 times 8 is 64. So what is the equation? T equals to 64 over x cubed. Then write down the formula. Always look for common letters. T is a common letter between them. Y equals 5 square root of t. T is what? 64 over x cubed. Y equals 5 times square root of 64 is 8 over square root of x cubed, which is x to the power, because square root is half, 3 over 2. That will give you y equals 5 times 8 is 40 over x to the power 3 over 2. 1.5 basically. Okay, that's your final answer. Quadratic inequalities. Okay, you should always make sure it's 0 on this side. Sure. Can I divide by a number? Not really. 3 times 32. What's that? Minus 96. What number is multiplies to make 96 and gives you 4? What is it? 12 times 8. 96. Okay, 12 and 8 then basically. 12 and 8. To make it plus 4, plus 12 minus 8. 3y plus 12. 3y minus 8 divided by 3. We'll divide here. Greater than 0, whatever. Y plus 4. 3y minus 8. Y is what number? Minus 4. Y is 8 over 3. Because it points that way, there are two answers. X is less than and x is greater than. Two answers. Less than the smallest number, which is this one. Sorry, why am I saying x? It should be y. Okay. y is the smallest number here, minus 4. The larger number was here, 8 over 3. That's it. The format. Always learn the format. Now, we can't do this. We have to bring this inside. So what do we get then? 6x squared plus 37x. Bring it in. Not 35. Minus 35. Less than or equal to 0. Can I divide by everything? Not really. 6, 37, 35. Can you divide by a number? Not really. So 6 times 35, which is 210. Factors of 210, that makes 37. Let's see. 210 is what? 210 divided by, is it 35? What do we got? No. How about 30? Yeah. So 30 and 7. But you might think 30 and 7. It's not actually. Okay. It's actually 42 and 5. 42 and 5 would work. The reason is 6 times minus 35 is minus 210. But remember, you want plus 37. So plus 30 plus 7, which is times it is 210, positive 210. In order to get plus 37, plus 42 minus 5, minus 210. That's what you want, minus 210, not that one. Okay. So you go 6x plus 42. 6x minus 5 divided by 6. 6 divided here. X plus 7. 6x minus 5. X is minus 7. X is 5 over 6. Because it points that way, it's easy. the signs are like that. And the smallest number is -7, the larger one is 5/6. There you go. That's how the answers are. Memorize the format. Always memorize the format. Okay. Next one. Here are rectangles. The area of the rectangle is greater than the area of the triangle. Okay, sure. So what is the area of the rectangle? That times that. Multiply it. So if you do 3x minus 2 times it by x minus 1, what do you get? 3x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 2, which is 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. That's the area of the rectangle. The area of triangle, base times height, 2x times x, but remember divided by 2 over here. That's 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. That is greater than, this is your greater than sign, the area of the triangle, x squared. Take away this x squared, 3x squared, take away x squared is 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 greater than 0. 2 times 2 is 4, factors of 4, that makes 5, 1 and 4, minus minus 2x minus 1, 2x minus 4, everything divided by 2, 2 will divide here, 2x minus 1, x minus 2, x equals to 1 over 2, x equals to 2. Now, because it's pointing that way, there are a couple of stuff. X is less than and x is greater than. X is less than what number? X is the smallest number, a half. Okay, x is greater than what number? 2. But remember, there's a small problem. X can't be less than a half, because if x is 0.5, 0.5 take away 1, what will happen is it will give you negative answer. So this part of the 1 does not apply, only that applies. Okay, yeah, I know it's a bit weird on that one, because lengths are always has to be positive. It's not the x has to be positive, it's just when you substitute it, it has to be positive. Okay, so you got to look out on this. This one is bounds. Okay, upper bound, lower bound, simple. Suitable degree of accuracy. So if you look at it, what do we have? Upper bound 11.35, 11.25, 8.45, 8.35. You want suitable degree of accuracy. Okay, sure. So what you do? So you want upper bound of y, upper bound for y. Remember, upper bound is always upper bound divide lower bound, right? So what is upper bound is 11.35 squared over lower bound is 8.35. Is it? Yeah, sure. Which will give you 15.42784431. You want lower bound of y, which is lower divided upper, 11.25 squared over 8.45. Which will give you 14.997781065. Then you can check your upper bound and lower bound to one significant figure. 15 literally gives you one significant figure, is actually 20, and I know that 14 gives you 10, but of course it's not. Let's try two significant figures, because you can't go wrong on the first time. It's 15, 3 significant figure, 15.4, 15.0 I think. Yeah, so 15 is correct to 2 significant figure. That's how it matches rounds to. Okay. Next one, acceleration. Okay, so upper bound, lower bound, same thing. Upper bound is 45.235, 45.225, and this one is 5.125, 5.115, 8.55, 8.45. The upper bound is always remember upper bound divide lower bound on the division, but you want upper bound on the top, so upper take away lower. So upper bound of this is v, upper bound of v is 45.235, take away lower bound is 5.115 over lower bound, which is 8.45. So what do we have on that one? Let's see, 45.235, 5.115, 8.45. That gives you 4.747928994. Then you can do a lower bound, which is 45.225. Take away 5.125 over 8.55. The lower bound gives you 45.225, 5.125, 8.55. That gives you 4.6900, 5848. And you can check your upper bound and lower bound to one significant figure, 5 and 5, two significant figure, 4.7, 3 significant figure, that 4.75, 4.69. That's actually wrong, these are all fine. So 4.7 is correct to 2 significant figure. Now you might ask, oh, do I have to write 2 significant figure? No, you could write 1 decimal place if you want, but the best case I would write significant figure. Well, okay, you can write whatever. Okay, so 4.7 is correct to 2 significant figure. That's the answer. Okay. So what's this? This would be your density questions. Simple. So you go A, B, C. I'm going to go put mass, volume, density. You should know that density is mass divided by volume. Mass is density times volume. Volume is mass over density. You should know the formula inside out. So A has a density of 70. A density is 70. A has a mass of 1400. Mass of A is 1400. B has a density of 280. B density 280. B has a volume of 30. Volume of 30. So you work column wise now. So do the columns first. So you want the volume here. So what's the volume formula? Volume is mass over density, 1400 over 70, which is what, 200, 20, I mean 20. Next one, you want this one, mass on this column. Look at this, mass is density times volume, 30 times 280, isn't it? Basically 30 times 280, $8,400. You would add the, remember you're allowed to add masses together to make it, that's 9,800. You add it. You're also allowed to add the volumes, that's 50. You're not allowed to add density, remember, you got to do the column now. 9,800, density is mass divided by volume, which is 196. So what do they want? Density of C. The answer is 196. Simple. Okay. The next one. Again, another density equation. Mass, volume, density. So what do we have? We go apple juice. Then we go fruit syrup. Then we go carbonated water. You can call it carbonated, whatever. To make a drink. One more drink. Okay, the density of apple juice is 1.05. Apple juice density 1.05. Density of fruit syrup is 1.4. Density of carbonated water is 0.99. 25 centimeter cube, that's volume. 25 of apple juice. Fruit is 15 volume. Carbonated water is 280. And remember, you're allowed to add it. The drink is 320. Remember, even if you add it, 25, 15, 280, that gives you that 320 anyways. Work out the density of the drink. So you want the mass. Remember the mass formula. Mass is density times volume. You're doing column wise. This column, this column. Okay, so what is a density times volume? Is 1.05 times 25, which gives you 26.25. Next one, 15 times 1.4, which is 21. Next one is 280 times 0.99. That gives you 277.2. You're allowed to add the masses, remember? 1 plus 26.25, which gives you 324.45. Remember, I added the masses together to give you that. Then mass over volume, that's your density. So 324.425 divided by 320, which will give you answer to, so remember, it gives you 1.0139, 2 decimal places, 1, 2, look at the 3, round down, 1.01. They want the density of the drink. There you go, 1.01 is the density of the drink. Simple. The next one. What do we have here? Okay, that's your paper 3.